Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Kathy. Hi, Mary.
Hi.
Yeah, it's afternoon in France right now.
Yeah,
Morning or
well, the end of the afternoon. The
after.
end.
Okay, here we're in the morning though.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Okay. So actually, Kathy and Mary, both of you did some Lotus painting the past week, and yeah, Kathy on the card, and I just saw Mary's Lotus in she posted in our in the classroom this morning. Very good, very good, and I very agree to paint Lotus. I mean, it's a good theme, right? And very see the back of in the frame. That's my Lotus, and I did that a little bit because it's heavy and with glass on that, and you know, a light reflection there. I cannot really move it. Really heavy. That's only things. Later probably I put the picture. Um, just the ink, light and dark ink. Actually, Badashan's Lotus painting is my favorite. Yeah, it's my favorite. Personally, you know, I'm a calligrapher. I like just the ink work, and I always do some things like the ink first. But the Zhang Daqian's Lotus is very famous, and the big kind of very big theme for his painting though. So we are going to do that study on his painting Lotus, of course, and his painting with lots of colors. Okay, later do that. Let's do the since we are doing this, and we can put some characters on that. That's in our class. We need to learn, like to do some things when we not copy. You know, you cannot do if even you want to copy, you try to mimic that, and it's turn out it's I'll guarantee it's not the same. And but you that's we call the study, right? To study lots of things, the way some techniques and some like composition thing. Yeah, there is a lot of things we can study, we can learn. And since we learned it from master, and we put that like the paid tribute to somebody, like the make the salute to the master, somebody. So that's why we learned the characters today. Okay. First, these two, to somebody. Okay. Basically, we say first to read the characters, right? What's to read? Not just to look at. To read it is to see. You can see this overall, like a left and right, two parts together, right? Okay. Standard size first. horizontal, and then a slant and become the and continue to do the larger horizontal. This horizontal a little bit, pause and a little bit lift and a little bit up, and then dot this direction. Bottom is the characters for Earth. A little bit up, press, and gradually up. That's the half size. Half side, left-hand side for half of the characters, right? And the right-hand side, slant, and then horizontal. Long slant and a big press to end. My press a little bit weak, right? Need to be stronger because the last stroke and for the, as I said, normally like you need one stroke to kind of dominate the character, right? Not like very evenly arranged. So better you do. Look at the sample, right? Nothing wrong, but kind of very flat. When the big press there, normally the dominant stroke will be the press, and especially in the last, so like ending piece for the program. Same principle for the characters. By just press harder. A little bit, I don't know. Okay. And the walking style, start to walk. Actually, this is very common to write this way for the walking and the walking and the cursive running. There is some things, but I didn't choose. You can do the walking style by just connect more from the standard, but still very close to standard. You can do that way. I will do, see, you can do like that and like that. And, you can do this. See, this is a walking, this is a walking. Yes, you can do that. But very common to do is the sample handout, because more faster. They change a lot, but it will appear in the other place. We are going to use it. So it's like the horizontal and a little bit back to that, and the circle things that and the press, and do this very connect. Okay, so this is the connection part. While I'm talking, kind of interrupted. So I didn't do that very, very good, very beautiful. It connected, but not, doesn't need to be that firm here. So the left part is like that. If doesn't connect, right? And the right part, this part, become like this, And you do that, connect together. Lift more and press again. Yeah, that's the walking style. Changed a lot, but both left-hand side and the right-hand side, this form you will see in other characters as parts. Which means we will see that later in other characters as elements. Okay, the running class I choose this time is not that much different from the walking style, but seems more smooth and more faster going, right? So like the number 3 and circle that and press and lift, right? Bottom things. More soft, this part and that, do that. My this part kind of too long. Okay, and the right hand side about the same. You know, when you do walking and running, in other words, cursive, yeah, as Kathy's question, Kathy said, you need to be very fluent and shows the dynamic balance and the chi flow, right? But sometimes when we got the practice with the new character, we just learn and the whole thing, whole movement, not that familiar with. And then seems the chi flow got interrupted. That's normal, very normal. That's why normally beginning class for me, class for beginner, they never teach you the walking style and the running style, and yeah. But I think for some simple things, we can start it to do the walking and the running, because it shows kind of a different ability, you know, for the beauty, for the so kind of you use your I mean, more than the strokes, more than the characters itself, shows the beauty, right? Shows the whole things about the movements, the dynamic things. So that's why I teach these styles in my class. And it's fun to practice. Or see, the press can be, doesn't have to be the very round press here. You can gradually lift, you know, sometimes it depends on the context for next character, you know. But straight, I mean, still forceful. Yeah, very forceful, not sweeping. Kind of sharp tip. Yeah, the sample thing. And the clerical style, I think we can guess what it looks like and how to change it from the standard style, right? Because it's carving stuff, not very smooth on the paper. See, sometimes the end and the in between, the brush work seems not that smooth, right? Not perfect, but it shows very, I mean, forceful and, you know, the not perfect, but, you know, kind of the wabi-sabi beauty. Oh, can you, sorry. Stroke by stroke. Okay, and then start other stroke. And connect easier for on stone. You feel use kind of not only your hand, but some, you know, from your arm. You lift, but not too soon. Yeah, go slower and forceful. Lift like a ghost tail, but not very, you know, fast. It shows the power and it shows very, you know, dignified looking of the beauty for this kind of the style, this style of things. Okay. So this is the four styles of this character. Two somebody's two. But kind of the written language things to use that. We have other spoken language to say send, song, yeah. Give you a small gift. Normally spoken language, we do not use that, but you use this on the card. Yeah, you write to somebody, you can write this, shows more formal, more respect of the feeling. Okay, and this word is respect. This actually by itself is a good word to become, like you can write one character image on the square, but put the diamond shape for, you know, for show, for people to write it like one character image. People write, right? This is can be the good one. And when I do like on the New Year, we do the calligraphy show. Lots of people ask me to do, you know, to choose one character to do. Lots of people, very interesting. On my list, normally, you know, for the Chinese tradition, we write like the bless or new hope things on the New Year's, like a one character image. And in this country, people ask me to write, you know, because I tell them whatever you want, the meaning of the character, let me know, and I can write one character. And the people ask me to write this respect. And then I add this respect character to my list. So respect is very impossible. You know, in Chinese, the older tradition, this character, I mean, respect only, you know, to older generation or to master, to teacher, student to teacher. But this country, I think people use respect to, you know, everybody, respect to individual, no matter what the career or what the age. Okay, dot, standard style, dot. And then dot this direction, a little bit, higher. And horizontal, but always, a little bit up to that side. And then slant. Press and go a little bit like that and stretch out. I always say the hook, do not directly just, do the kick. Press and try to make things like a little bit of triangle shape here, a little bit down this way and turn this way and stretch out this way. This is the hook for, it's a hard stroke for vertical and then hook. Sometimes I'll use the stretch out, right, for this movement, because you press and then lift, kind of stretch out this way. And this part is mouth characters, right? See, same radical here. My one, this part a little bit too small. In other words, actually, this horizontal one a little bit oversized, a little bit too long. So yeah, this part should be like that, prettier. Otherwise, like the too wide, the shoulder part, oversized. But same structure as last character, right? This is left and right. Press, and then stretch out. Okay, that's about the standard style. Let's look at the, so become a walking style. Sometimes change the order and sometimes put them together. Looks like you omit some stroke, or some stroke cannot really see, like a missing, like the mouth part here, right? Seems missing. Okay, let's see the handout here. See my cursor here? Okay, here, like a mouth part, right? So only like the two strokes of vertical, right? Didn't do the bottom ceiling a stroke of the horizontal one. And on the starting part, put the two dots very, very connected together. But you still want to show the two press as the dot place, right? not the evenly circle, not the evenly circle. Okay. And the right-hand side part almost the same, but a little bit, you know, seems less press and faster going. Okay. See, and then this connect with this, and then two, and then okay, without talking, like Kathy said, without interrupting, thinking anything, and you know how to do the whole thing for the wholeness, for the movement when you get familiar with. Okay, see if you can do, you know, after a lot of practice, and then you do good. But it's achievable. My this part become too small, but sometimes, you know, you cannot really judge just by like comparison with the one, you know, one stroke, you know, say, oh, the sample one, which stroke longer, my one is shorter, the bad place is like that. Sometimes in the walking and the running style, not about that, by the whole thing you look at, right? If you know, sometimes even sometimes if you do this part a little bit weak and that part, you know, while doing the things, you need to change, you know, to correct things. Anyway, that's how much about the running style. I mean, the walking style and running. The running one is really changed a lot, but it's kind of fun, you know, to do this stroke. See if you can do that. You know, sometimes the most challenging part is also challenging you to into this fun thing. Okay. Strokes change a lot, kind of very simplified. So first, they just do the horizontal one. Do the horizontal one, right? Okay, let's look at the sample. Sorry. Okay, see my cursor, right? Okay, the horizontal one, look at the, compare with the standard style, horizontal one. And then just do whatever vertical or whatever the slant one, become like that. And the main part, you think about, you know, not left and right, two parts anymore, you know, become one whole thing. Okay, now we are making the spine, right? Go down, totally include the whole horizontal, I mean the vertical one or the hook one, yeah. Here, the spine things and the hook, and then something left, something right, you know, do this like the mouth one, simplify, become like that, mouth one. And then something like the flow to the right, very simplify, become, you know, like that. See, you can do the curve very good. Yeah, do not do very fast. Looks very, you know, I mean, smooth flow, but with lots of chi flow and very forceful, not just sweep there. Okay. First vertical, and then in your spine, like the hunchback spine, but the spine, and then left part, try to make the mouth one, and then, you know, like the flow to the right part, and you want to the left and the right balanced. Okay. And then mouth part. Actually, it doesn't show, but this a little bit of press and the lift. Not totally sweep, sharp tip to end. Okay, that's the running style. Let's see, look at the clerical style. Okay, the top is still, I mean, back to the left and the right, right? Left and right, two parts. The two dots become more vertical, not the raindrop. Not lift that more, gradually lift. Not very sharp, I mean, for the end. That's the clerical style. Anyway, I think I forgot to explain, probably we need or not. You find it for these characters, I mean, those two characters, we share the same, the radical I call it for the right-hand side, right? Right-hand side. This we call from other characters. So this is a character for article. When yeah, okay, how to spell that? How spell that? People help me. Article A-R?
A-R-T-I
P-I C-E-L?
L-E.
Oh,
C-
yeah. Okay. Oh,
No, C.
C-L-E.
C-L-E.
Huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Article. Okay. Article. Thank you. Okay. One means article or and guess what's that? Who is speaking? Yeah. Michael. What's that?
People.
The character is people. Very good. So I need your help again. And people, my spelling is very bad. Okay, for the literary, how do I spell that? L
I
T
T E
E R
R A
A T
T I.
I. Okay, 文人. This is literary. Makes sense? Yes, because this is a people person, right? Okay, literary. And okay, talking about that, how much we learned for the learn so far. I stopped. And also we call the ink painting and the 八大山人 and the Xu Wei and lots of this kind of painting. We call 文人 literary painting. 文人画. We learned the 画. But since I have no place I want to write any and something else. So the radical. As radical, we change the dot to this, and then that, and the cross, same on the bottom. Become radical like that. We call it like the opposite one. I mean opposite article character for this radical. What's the opposite? Not the meaning of opposite. Just the dot from this to yeah. If by itself as a character, the dot like this way, understand? And when become radical, the dot from that. That is why I said that's how much different. But the character by itself like that. Okay. I think better I write the meaning of. Am I still in the camera? Am I writing? Literary painting. Okay. Because that's one of the kind of very big category in Chinese painting. So not very colorful on the end, but the literary painting some things in Letter T painting. Henry, can you help me to check? Did I looks like I missed one horizontal for the character of the Hua? Did I? The very above, very top, right?
The Tian is at the bottom, not. Let me see. Let me type it to show you.
This part, upper part, or it looks like missed one horizontal one, but I just couldn't figure out where did I?
Okay, look at the chat. There's 2 lines above the field and 1 line under, I think. Let me send you a Google link.
Okay, the upper part, same thing, right? Upper part. Oh.
Okay, 2 lines above.
Right. I know. See, what's I mixed like that, right?
Okay, let me see if I just send you a link. Or should I just copy?
I think I'm doing good right
Copy
now.
image.
This is the thing.
Okay. Oh, you can actually write the single the vertical all the way down. That's optional.
Yeah, or all the way down. Yeah, the vertical, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, check the link on the chat if you will. Chat. Yeah, you're right. You can also write the all the way down.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, I'm good now. Yeah, just
Two different
what's wrong
variations.
here? Okay, so this is the correct one. Yeah. Okay. And I still remember when people write that. Like last time, I wrote on the Emily's homework. I remembered I said your right is very correct with no problem, but for the real Chinese people, when people write that, normally more very squeezed, and you will see lots of the horizontal one squeezed together. Some people do that. Just squeezed together. Blah people like Emily Hua, Jemiala Hua, some things just squeezed together. Lots of horizontal. When you put the real the signature and the character on your painting. Okay, any question? How do I back to the gallery? Okay, can you see my desk? Yes, okay. Okay, any question about the characters? No question? Okay, now let's study the painting. where is my, okay, my chat is on top. Yeah, I choose this vertical things is to how say because we have the question about the Meridian has question about the what kind of is he and what kinds of the sleeping lily, water lily, and I chose the one with the long stem, very over long stem for the he for this typical one. And Zhang Daqian, one of Zhang Daqian's I mean characters is doing vertical, very long stuff for the Lotus. Okay, so and I said for Lotus for the painting Lotus. Normally we do. I said one more than one time that a wash brush, big brush. Why? Because lotus leaves, when you do, it's watery thing, right? In the water, when you do the the bristle part, if brush is too small, you need to use, when you press, you use the root of your brush. I mean, more than the belly part. This part is very stiff, very hard, and the stroke shows very hard stroke, not very good for the watery lily, I mean the lotus leaf. So I always choose the bigger brush, wash brush to do. Did you notice, I bet you notice, he put a little bit, we just try to learn some techniques and the composition part. Put some the indigo, the first layer for that, right? So I'm going to use some indigo to do the first layer. Okay, look at the sample, and then also you need to look at your paper, of course. Okay, it doesn't have to be that precise for the first layer, of course. Kathy's question is how do I make the leaves? I want to make the leaves more rounded shaped. I said the center things like the button things in the center. I used the word, my poor English, assume, make assumption of you don't have to do the real button first, you can do later, but think of the leaves, they share the same, understand, the same center, they share the same center. So you can put a dot here even, or in your mind, there is some things, for the first layer, we do not have to do that precise, that shows some, blue things, more than just ink. One of the things in Zhang Daqian's painting, he actually from the family of with dyeing, with dyeing house business. DYE, dye house business. And he was sent to Japan to learn in industry of, dyeing, actually. I bet you read the story of the Zhang Daiqian's story. And so he used this, this picture is very, not that obvious to use color. In lots of his painting use blue, bright blue and cobalt blue and shiny blue. And okay, one leaves here, and the upper part there is one, but notice the one same thing, huh? You think about where you put the the center there, and then the leaves kind of share, of course, share the same center thing, right? Because it's the one same leaf, even very freestyle for the stroke of the part of the leaf. His painting leave the split there for showing the stem, for doing do the stem later, or showing the stem, big stem later. And this actually some painting the stem just from here doesn't have to show exactly from the center. It doesn't matter. The first thing, the blue thing, the indigo color, you don't have to that much specific, because you do the ink later, right? So yeah, that's how about the leaves. And Kathy, do you feel what about how round your leaves? Easier to think about the center things, button things, and you do easier for make the shape of a more rounded.
Yes, that's helpful.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, otherwise you do like left and right, sometimes like the leaves, like the banana leaves, that's not rounded. So you think about the one same button there. Okay, some very light and very kind of abstract, I call it, not very specific for the leaves, right? Only one very clear, right? Like the painting of some people, painting of the, like in the north part, painting of the sheep, lots of, in group, and the whole bunch of a lot of sheep, right? When you paint the sheep, you only paint like the one sheep clear with the head, with the horn. And when you do, and the whole other, just the big like white or black, something's mess there, doesn't have to identify each face, only one face. And one artist said, when he does the master also, when he does the sheep, one clear face, and others, even the white cloth, you will think is sheep. It's the crew of sheep. Yeah, just need one to identify the face. So one leaves, and other, and then so very clear to say he put the stems. Later on, right? And very dry. But our limited time. See, what can I do? Okay, I'll put the leaf first, the first layer, and here actually 2 pieces of unopened small leaves, right? Small leaves here. The proportion, I think the paper probably not the same, but we try to learn, some just for the, the composition. The small leaves, you put just a one stroke like that, right? And not very parallel, okay, not very parallel for if two of the young leaves. Okay, and then we do some like very diluted ink. Has to be not very dark, not that dark. Light ink, but when you dilute ink, sometimes you dilute the glue as well. So you can put a little bit like a peach sap glue, the powder of that to size the, I'm using the raw shrimp, by the way. Use a little bit, I use the toothpicks, to put a little bit. For control the bleeding. Now on the indigo, and to do the like a second layer of the lotus leaves. You can also roll your brush, for enhance some texture and the color. But here, what John Chen does is mostly just, the stroke to pull. The upper one. Or this side down, doesn't matter. Yeah. You show some the tendencies to the center, and here I think he does a little bit of the center like things, a little bit, just a little bit, a hint of that. To young one, not exactly the same. To very free. And the sun. Okay, actually, I think this part kind of too dark. Anyway. Okay, then we do some flower, because he does the stem, I think, after flower. Flower part, actually, I will do the color first, and then I will do the like the line things for the tip later. Some people do the line first, but I feel do the brush one stroke part for the petal, and easier for me. Okay, you can just copy the, I mean, as reference, you cannot really copy it. You need to watch yours. Same thing, you need to think of, you share the same center, cannot be, I mean, do too over. Anyway. And there is the bud there. Okay, I hate to use the hair blower to dry it, but I think for the limited time, I have to. So sorry about the noise, and I do some. Especially the stem part, I think I want to do for the lotus stem later. But actually sometimes, you know, I do not really mind. You will see some master painting. There is some smearing things. It's natural from the raw shuan, the smeared. One thing is the watery things, especially the lotus. I do not really mind the smearing. I don't think it's disaster. And also one time I do the xie yi painting, because I do normally do freestyles painting on lotus leaves. I did on sized paper, and it's very stiff. I just don't like it. Unless you do elaborate painting, you know, one stroke by one stroke, very specific things you want to control, 100% control. You use the sized paper. Okay, you know, I just don't like the hair blower and the noise, even not in the camera. I do not use it. Okay, and then for the stem. For the stem, I normally do from up down. I think it's easy control the for the forceful stroke. See, for this size, my paper is 1/3 of the whole sheets, so it's about the 28 by 19. For this size, I think I want to stand up to for whole I mean the whole version of that. So I do, it might small here. Can see? Yes. Okay. You need to walk at take a look, watch the reference and see that almost that, and you decide and you go. You need to see your painting. you know, something like that. It stand, but not perfectly, like a ruler decide that's straight, okay? And Zhang Daqin's and also later Bada Shanren's painting for the Lotus, a little bit abstract, you know, tall and even tall like the building size, you know, to show actually the Lotus stems is very tough, very strong, you know. Okay, for two of them here, so up, a little bit about this kind of shape, kind of. So they helped each other, but not very, not exactly parallel. Okay, you can go very slow. Doesn't have to be very fast. Very slow and shows very chi flow for the stroke is very forceful. And some grass, I think. Same stroke as we do bamboo, but the whole piece. You look at your picture, it doesn't have to be exactly the same. And the stem for the flower, we don't really see it, do we? No, that's the grass, I guess. But sometimes a little bit ambiguous, fine, yeah. That's the beauty of that. Leave some space for audience. Okay, for the bud. And for the bud, we normally have a little bit of small leaves, but we don't have to. Okay. And then you can do some veins on that. Also, that's also, Kathy, the other way to do some things to make it more rounded. You know, sometimes you put the leaves, you know, very freestyle, and then kind of order the things by put, you know, some kind of a little bit yes and no, not very clear, you know, the vein for put, yeah, to the indicate, oh, there is some things, you know, share the same center things. But I saw, I didn't see, I mean, the Zhang Daqin, this piece, he really use it, you know, just, but show some strokes I think when he does the leaves, you know, shows some, you know, some kind of trace, shows some on the leaves, but doesn't put the wings there. Anyway, just our study. And then I think for the flower part, I said later we do some things like on we call nail head stroke. See, now it's like one freestyle stroke for the flower for the flower petals, right? Okay, you do that from the petal tip, you know, nail head stroke means press and lift. Okay, press and lift, press and lift. You do that. Understand? Press and lift, press and lift, press and lift. You press and lift. Doesn't have to be really, you know, follow exactly the same curve. You know, press and lift, nail head strokes to kind of outline the things. And some even curved leaves. And you know what Zhang Daqin, and he said, like a calligrapher, he is also a calligrapher, right? And what he said, to paint lotus, the flower part, he used standard style to do. And the leaf part, he used the walking and the running style. And the stem part kind of used the clerical style. I think now I want you to feel that way and center things, to do some things. Yeah, darker things. Yeah, press and lift. Press and lift to make the nail head. Yeah, that's kind of give it more, things you can. Okay, I think very short time. That's how much we can study. I mean, to the Lotus, and I think I try to explain some techniques, like the 2 layers of the Lotus leaves and the different styles of standard style for flower, and the what style, walking, running style, whatever you call it, for the leaf part, and how to make leaves rounded looking, by thinking of they share the same center. And you do things, whatever, even if the split and the leaves split, and very abstract. And also the clerical for the stem, because stem need to be very strong. And for your painting, you need some line. Very strong to hold it. And then later, I think if you have interest, my favorite is Bada Sharon's, like just the ink painting of the Lotus. And he used lots of the concentrate on the stem, and very tall, over tall, looks like kind of very abstract. For the like, even you sometimes you can even see the really above the mountain, the heights above the mountain, and larger than taller than the mountain, and then rock, then mountain, then building. And you can even see the bottom of the lotus flower, put some strokes there. But I think very interesting to do that. And it's a good theme to do in our calligraphy class and calligraphy study. What do you think? To paint lotus and simply just cannot really mimic, but you do some study of that, and it's some looks easy, but lots of like kung fu there, but it's interesting to achieve and to work on that. And I feel like I like Kathy's every time she said I feel good. I think sometimes even I feel I'm lacking of some or something. Oh, I found I couldn't do, as far as I done that, I saw I couldn't do. Otherwise, when I saw others painting, oh, looks like I can. Okay, so even that I think is good thing. It's good thing. I realized the things what I'm lacking for. So next time I do a little bit better, or I pay more attention to that and I solve the problem. So it's a good theme to do. Okay, next time we can choose more. Even the Pantian Shou's painting, or八大山人 or Xu Wei's painting, 文人画 literary painting. So it's more close to our calligraphy stroke, and we can use that. We can exactly feel that calligraphy stroke is works, and we need that. And the same way kind of to do. And as I said, Zhang Daqian says different style, standard style on the flower, especially the nail head, the do things. That's what he do. He didn't use the like same style. Otherwise, you see, how come the flower like that? Kind of the very standard style, and the other leaves are freestyle. Put them together. Yes, why not? And it's beautiful. Put the leaves freestyle to do, and put the walking style or running style. More free, and a little bit standard style. Hey, we learned nail head stuff, and put them. So I agree. Mary Dan sales is very good theme to do the lotus flower, and you can do for very quick. Or Zhang Daqian's pouring ink actually very arranged, and waited to dry for a while and back to do. Looks very free to pour. Looks very, actually is very arranged, and it takes time. Yeah, not just very, very quick and careless to throw out the brush, just use the dish. That's not true. So we can study some and learn each time a little bit, and to feel the way to do that. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Happy painting, and
Thank
see
you.
you next time.